I mean, the first time we went there, somebody said if you can get round this track, you can get round any track. They said it was one of the most challenging tracks in the UK at the time. However, they've only gone and redone the track.
They've redone
it. They dug the whole thing up and started again.
Why don't we go there?
Yeah, we should do.
Should we do that little thing where we like click our fingers and just appear there?
All right then.
Let's go do a track walk.
How do you do? You've changed your top.
I have.
You've changed your top.
I have
How did
indeed.
you change your top from the minute we was in the studio to here?
I was feeling a little bit blue, so I got my blue shorts, my blue top, my blue cap.
You look very blue.
Because there's no blue sky today.
But we are back here at Herts Nitro on the Nitro track. Loads of new changes. It looks pretty loose to me.
That's
loose.
Understatement. That is. Look, if I do this.
Yeah. Well, we've not had any rain for months, and consequently they've redone the track. And actually, I quite like the look of it because that corner there, I could never see that corner, and now I can see it. I'm going to be using the Rlaarlo car here. What are you going to be using?
I'm going to be using the Rlaarlo SBX 825. Okay. Lovely car. But talking about this track, we've got to talk about the track. So they have built some new features. They had an event here at the weekend, and some of the features, the faces of the jumps have been smashed to bits. So therefore, I think they're a little bit steeper than intended. So we've got our work cut out. We're going to have to be patient around the track. Should we do a bit of a track walk and have a look at some of the features?
Yeah, all right. I'll tell you what, I'll go up there, I'll video you going around. How about that? Best
Sounds good.
Right, I'm actually not going to do it from the rostrum because I think we should show people this up close and personal, shouldn't we?
I think that is a good idea. So at the moment we are on a banked turn. It's quite deceptive how steep this is, but it's hard tarmac, no wear and tear on the track here, but it does scratch the under tray a little bit under braking. On to this first feature. You might have seen in some of the clips these cars are being sent, but it's quite soft. If we just look at the top there, it's almost like sand on the top there. It needs watering. It needs watering.
Did you enjoy poking that hole just
I did, yeah.
Very dry.
Got dirty fingers now though.
Very dry hole.
Anyway, over that feature into this turn. It looks like we've got some old track here, so therefore it's compacted, it's got some oil in it, it's still pretty sturdy. The new jumps a little bit dry, a little bit dusty. Coming round this turn, it's uneven. There's a lovely line on the inside, but again it's quite dusty. Coming down onto this hard packed surface, it's a bit slippery on here today with a little bit of dust. It's almost like driving on sand. Coming into this section now, this section used to be the Astro section. They've removed the Astro and they've changed sort of the size of the jumps. This one, you've got two options. I've played around with both. You can either take the inside line, which I think was being used the most at the weekend, because you can see how it's been worn there. What I was opting for was a slightly wider line, which was allowing me to line myself up for this sort of double step up feature. Coming in here, it's not a big jump anymore. It's quite a nice up ramp and a very smooth down ramp. So this feature works really well. Now then, on to this next feature. It is a step up, but what we've got is a really steep face. If you can hit here, you're laughing. If you catch this, it will get you to nose down a little bit. But again, don't need a lot of speed to clear this into the patio section for the next turn. So again, quite a long run out into this first turn here. We've got the patio section. Today there is not a lot of grip, we're sliding around, struggling to find traction. But what you want to do is try and get yourself lined up so you can gas straight over this double. I have tried coming up this side a couple of times and I've hit this little hole and it's sent me nose down. So you need to stay over to the left hand side, the further away from the rostrum, and then you can make the jump into this apex. Again, coming from that side of the jump, you're landing out here and there's a nice little divot, a hole for you to land in. So if you can try and stick to the inside, you can just flow lovely round here. Now, this next section is quite deceptive from the rostrum. So my first few laps out, I was crashing because if you look from this angle, there's actually a kink in the turn. So I was seeing it as a straight line and getting caught up on this inside turn over here. But what you actually want to do is hug this turn and then it opens out this turn through here. And then we're setting up for the big features on the track. Again, traction is an issue today. We're running a little bit low on grip. And if I come out here, I can just show you how much dust and soil there is on the track. So it is very dusty out here. You want to get yourself lined up.
Nice, I'd say a little hop up on this one.
Yeah, a little slow. Really. Land flat, and then you've got plenty of time to get the drive. Now if you stay there, I'll just show you the scale of this jump. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, probably about 5 or 6 meters to the landing. It is a good landing. We've got a lot of space, but we're a long way from the rostrum, and therefore trying to gauge where you are on this track is quite difficult. I think when we were first running it, there's a slight angle this way which pushes you over to this side. So early on in the day we were landing over here and sometimes coming off the track. So what you're aiming to do is try and stay on this side of the track, sweep around, quite a lot of grip out here actually, sweep around this turn, and then we're onto the back straight. There is a little jump here, but you want to come off the throttle, back on the throttle, driving down to this jump. Again, it's got a steep up face, so I'm actually coming off the throttle about here, rolling in, coasting, and then you can just carry speed through this section really nicely actually. We've got a double as we head back towards the rostrum, and then it's onto the patio section, which is a little bit slippy and slidey as you make your way back over onto the straight. Now then, this track is only 2/3 done, because if you have a look over here, there is definitely some more features that are going to be put in. So it looks like there's going to be maybe a step up table coming back this way, out around, another double over there. So there are more features to come on this track.
I've really enjoyed running this track because I personally, my eyes could never see this corner before. So I wonder, now it's a long shot, nothing to do with me or you, but if they could have like 2 tracks in one,
I think they could probably have 3, because actually for a beginner it is quite a daunting track.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of racing, a lot of driving, and we're struggling to get round, and I think being track that it is, it needs to be a challenge for the top guys. However, I think they're missing a trick, because potentially if they were coming down here from this point here, you could definitely have a cut through section here onto the tarmac to make it a shorter track, closer to the rostrum, beginner friendly. So it might be like when we go to West London, for example, with the touring cars, they've got multiple track options, so they can run the full track. But you could have a shortened track where you cut through here, over there. Again,
and
you
also,
could have
actually, when you're here on your own, marshalling the cars, we have put some, like if you go and bin your car over there, that every time you do that, that's like 4 minutes, I'm sure, from getting down there all the way over there. So it'd be quite, if they have like a little mini
circuit,
track during the week. I don't know. I mean, it's an option, isn't it?
You could have a beginner run that comes through here, and that could be the short course. You could have the course that we're running today, which will be like their club course, and then a full GP track, which uses this extra section
bit as well.
over there.
As the track stands, I like it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. What a cracking job. Nice that they're changing things up, shaking it about and doing something
and
different.
I've definitely honed my skills as a driver today. If you look at some of the early footage of us going around this track this morning, we were casing every landing, we were rolling it, we were losing traction. So we've worked on our driving, we've worked on your radio setup as well. You've dumbed everything down a little bit, haven't you? You've taken out some of that response to give you a little bit more traction and drive out the corners.
You've got to find traction. Like we were, we've done a training day, you are well aware of that if you watch the channel, and on that training day they talk about traction, getting traction, because if you've got traction you can get around, it's simple as that. But obviously if you're on this sort of stuff, it's difficult to find it. So I bought the Rlaarlo DSK 1/8 buggy out of me again. Now I've done a few changes to it, I'll talk you through them. Not a great deal. So since we were last here, we broke this brace here, which I think everyone has. So I've got a nice belt and braces one now. I've got more ride height on the front because the track, as you've seen, is way different than it was. I've disconnected both roll bars in the hope it's going to give me some more grip, which it has done. I've put my own receiver in it so I can use my Futaba 10px radio. Other than that, it is as standard. Now let me tell you something, I am not messing around with this car today. I am absolutely giving it hell. And I'm going to touch some wood here, that's definitely wood. Nothing's broken on it. I'm testing it to the maximal, to its max basically. I'm really impressed with this car. I haven't got anything to judge it by because I've never run or raced a 1/8 e-buggy. The only thing that I don't like is this shell. I absolutely cannot stand that shell. So I'm going to get a new one. But other than that, really, really cool. Really, really interesting track. It's very dry. We've not had rain in the UK for probably about 6 weeks, something like that. We're officially in drought right now, so there's hose pipe bans and all that kind of stuff, so everything's really, really dry. But looks like we're due for a bit at some point. But to sum this car up, very cool, very impressed, a lot of fun. I need to race it now, so that's next on the list. What are you doing?
I am Loctiting these balls on. So last time I came here, these came loose, and I haven't run it since.
Loose balls.
So a little bit of Loctite.
You've done nothing to the car
No,
since we last come.
no.
That's unlike you.
Well, do you know what? We've been busy. We've been busy with other
Yeah,
things.
true.
But yeah, I've just been out for a little practice. He got through practice without coming apart, but they were just starting to loosen off. So
fair enough.
I have.
Drop your
You're
balls.
putting pressure on me now. Leave me
Drop your
alone.
balls. Right, let's go for a lap with Carl. He seems to have dialed the Rlaarlo in. As soon as I say that, he gets it wrong, look. Let's see how he gets on. Right, starting from there. It looks quite good at the minute. He's damaged the servo in his, so I've let him have a go at my car. There is minimal grip on this track because it's quite loose. So you really have to kind of eke out as much grip as you can from the car. Obviously from its settings and the way you drive it. Nice. That's quite tricky to get right, that one, and you got that right that time. This is a great car, you know, this Rlaarlo car. I have tried, no, I haven't tried to break it, but we haven't held back, and consequently it survives. I'm going to go and sort that out then. Ah, well, there you go. That was a really good session. I am enjoying the 1/8 journey. We've not done a lot of it purely because we haven't had the time, really. But we really need to sort of book ourselves into a race here and enjoy some 1/8 racing. The Rlaarlo car didn't miss a beat. I have to be honest, it's a great car, you know.
Those changes you made to that car, I have to say, made a massive difference. I mean, you disconnected the roll bars.
I did, because
and you changed the shocks on it. And do you know what? It was working a lot better than my car. I didn't make any changes on mine. I was unfortunate in that my servo went towards the end of the session. So I need to get a new servo for the Corrali. The car itself, actually, when we were going around the track together, it was good. It was planted, it was grounded, but I'm really impressed with what you did to the Rlaarlo to get it round.
I'm using the knowledge I've learned from 1/10. I don't know, you tell me. Would you disconnect roll bars on a, because we would do on a 10th car. If it's a bumpy surface and it's loose, you would get rid of them.
The science is there.
Is it not the same?
The changes that we make on our scale cars does actually go up to full scale cars, so it's all relevant. So yeah, finding traction has been the key for today. But if you've liked this video, like, subscribe, hit the old ding dong bell, and hopefully we'll pop along again soon.
We certainly will.